Let me tell you what the real issue is. A lot of us are full of shit. Literally full of shit. Anytime you see a person that's obese, stomach sticking out, body real thick, real heavy, fat, overweight, it's because they are full of shit. And there's a lot of slim people that are full of shit also. This has to do with body types and diet or the way you eat. People who eat a lot of starchy foods tend to get thick. People who have a heavy meat but less starch diet, they'll stay thin. Those are those people who you see eat big plates. They come to the barbecues, the family dinners and stuff, and we watch them eat and they never get big. And there's a reason for that. Now, for the reason that the people get thick is these starchy foods, they don't leave the body. A lot of us are eating 3 meals a day and we're not in the bathroom after every meal. You're supposed to be in the bathroom after every meal. Some of us will eat 3 meals a day and won't use the bathroom for 2 or 3 days. And that waste accumulates in the body, not just in the colon, not just in the intestines, but this stuff is being carried through your bloodstream and it gets into every cell of your body, making you thicker and thicker and thicker. Now, for the ones that eat a lot and stay thin, their blood is more acidic. That's burning up a lot of this waste that's in their body, so they stay thin. But I want to talk to everybody. You got to change what you are eating. If you eat a meal, you're supposed to be in the bathroom within 1 to 2 hours. Any food that stays in your body longer than that is going to ferment. This is why when you pass gas, it stinks. This is why you need deodorant, because your underarms stink. This is why women have to constantly run these feminine washes through themselves, because it smells. And what women got to understand is the vaginal canal is separated from the rectal canal, where the feces is, only by a thin layer of tissue. So what is trapped in the bowels is going to permeate, find its way into your vaginal canal. This is what's giving off odor. All of this is fermenting waste. Your underarms, your toes, the waste is fermenting and it gives off odor. And I'm going to go back to where I started. It's because you're full of shit. You have to use the bathroom. The other day I ate 4 times in one day just to see what would happen. I ate 4 times that day and I went to the bathroom 4 times that day. Earlier I ate and I fell asleep and woke up, went straight to the bathroom. Listen, we gotta get this shit out of us. This is what's causing us to take on diseases. See, because what happens in the colon is we set that up, it becomes the bed place for bacteria. We got to get this stuff out of our system. And the best way to eliminate it is with fruits and vegetables. Eat more fruits and vegetables, less rice, less beans, less starchy foods, the macaroni and pastas. Get rid of all of that stuff, man. None of that is actually food for the human being. And all you got to do is look at the digestive apparatuses of all the animals. Animals are either herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. What is the herbivore? Those are animals that live off plants. What is the carnivore? They can eat plants and animals. What is the carnivore eats only animals. And you got the omnivore can eat any damn thing. Well, man has been convinced that he can eat any damn thing. You can't, because all this stuff that we put in our body ain't made for our body. All you gotta do is look at the gorilla. If you look at the digestive apparatus of the gorilla, you'll see that the human being's apparatus matches the gorilla's. So what do the gorilla live off of? Leaves and fruits. That's it. And he's the strongest guy. And listen, strong as hell. I found this out for myself because it took me 5 months to stop eating everything. I slowly pushed everything off the table. Every week I was pushing stuff off the table. I started with the cold cuts and the steak, all the beef stuff. And I was living with my cousin, man, and this cat always cooking food. Mike, you gotta try this. Mike, you gotta taste this. And I got to the point where like, bro, I cannot eat that. I don't want to eat that. I gotta heal myself. I was tired of walking around on crutches. I didn't want to be disabled. And I knew if I kept eating the way I was eating, I would be messed up. I wouldn't be walking today. And I would still be on those crutches, and I would probably be on medication. In fact, by now I would probably be dead. They would probably have me a funeral. You know what I mean? So I had to start pushing everything back. Like I said, I started with the meats and the dairy. I got away from eating breakfast a long time ago, so that part was easy. I didn't want to eat until like noon at least, because I learned from Dick Gregory that you shouldn't eat until the sun strikes your head from a right angle. That's when the digestive juices will start to flow. So I kept that in mind. I ain't gonna do breakfast. I started, like I said, pushing stuff back, and I live next door to a Walmart. The craziest thing was, as soon as you walk in Walmart, you smell the chicken. And I was in the habit of getting chicken at Walmart and then going right to the fruits and vegetables. I started eating their coleslaw, stuff that was already ready. More apples. I bought a juicer, so I was juicing apples, lemons, ginger, kale leaves. I was juicing all the different fruits I could get my hands on. Cantaloupes, cucumbers. I'm drinking this stuff instead of eating. And what happened was, the more I juiced, the less I wanted to eat, because my body was actually getting what it needed from the juices that I was drinking. So it took me, the last thing I was eating was fish. We started hanging at a club called Bigelow's, and man, Bigelow's had fish, the cleanest tasting fish I ever had in my life. So I was eating fish on a regular at Bigelow's, and after 5 months, I ate that last piece of fish, last piece of chicken, and I didn't turn around. I got on fruits and vegetables. And here's where it helped me also, because see, a lot of people will tell you if you're overweight, you need to go to the gym, start working out. Well, if I weigh 300 pounds and I got to throw that around in the gym, it won't be long before I quit. Most people going to quit. They can't handle it that way. Plus, that's a lot of pressure on the knees. So the last thing a person that's overweight need to do is run straight to the gym. And I couldn't go to the gym because I was on crutches. I didn't have no knees. I couldn't stand up. The best thing I could do at a gym is just watch everybody else. You know what I mean? And admire them and what they're doing and wishing I could. So I wasn't going to no damn gym. Plus, who wants to go to the gym and feel all out of place? You weigh 400 pounds, you in the gym trying to get rid of weight. Everybody's commending you, but they don't know how fast, how long you're going to last, because it's hard throwing 400 pounds around the gym. It's hard to walk weighing that kind of weight. So my suggestion is you change your menu first. Change what you're eating. So there I was. Let me tell you how I learned to walk also, because the doctor, when I lost my knees, the doctor told me I wouldn't be able to walk again unless I got surgery. And I ain't for them putting me to sleep, because I don't know what they're going to do. They might put you to sleep and do all kind of shit to your body. You might wake up missing an organ. They done sold it and made money. I've heard stories like that, so I don't trust doctors. And who have you seen a doctor heal? Doctors don't heal nobody. They get you on medication and that's it. So I wasn't going to trust the doctor. What did I do? I was at Walmart one time, went there on crutches, and I grabbed a shopping cart, and I put my crutches in the shopping cart. And I started trying to walk, holding on to the shopping cart. And I was like, this is how I'm going to learn to walk again. So every day I was going to Walmart, and I would spend sometimes up to 2 hours practicing walking with a shopping cart. You know, I kept doing it every day, sometimes twice a day. And one day I let that shopping cart go and I kept walking. And I went and applied for a job at 7 Under online. 7 Under is a natural food co-op here in Atlanta. It's one of the most popular natural food stores in Atlanta. I applied for a job. They called me that afternoon, interviewed me the next morning, and hired me the next afternoon. So there I was at 7 Under. I was placed in a great position because they had a lot of organic fruits and vegetables. But as soon as I walked in that store, I became conscious of the fact that I could only eat up to about 10% of what was in that store. I also knew that I could only use some of the herbs, not all of the herbs, because some herbs and some plants are acidic and they'll do more harm to the body than they will do good. So I walked in with that mindset. And once I got in there, man, I started on a journey of fruits and vegetables and fasting. And listen, man, in 9 months, I lost 106 pounds. 9 months. And I didn't go to the gym. I started riding a bike just so that I could strengthen my knees, and I was doing as much walking as I could. Listen, You don't have to be full of shit. Eat fruits and vegetables, use the bathroom, and watch it change your state of health.